expressed on the air and via all Igniting Change with Barbara Arnwine platforms by host Barbara Arnwine Esquire, guests and supporters are their own and are independent of any organization, entity. Nothing said on the show or any of its platforms constitutes a client-attorney relationship or serves as legal advice, counsel. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to Igniting Change, its platforms, or the show's host. It's time now for Igniting Change, a weekly provocative and empowering program where you, the listener, can ignite change. Now here's your host, Barbara Arnwine.
Get up, stand up.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Igniting Change. Oh, we are so happy to have this show on this Tuesday because this Tuesday means that this is National Voter Registration Day. Folks, we're going to talk about this, why this is so important. But before I can get into this show, you know I got to bring up my co-host, one of the most amazing lawyers in our country, the leader of the board of the Transformative Justice Coalition, a serious voting rights advocate. You know I'm talking about none other than Daryl D. Jones, Esquire. Hey, Daryl.
Hey, Barbara, it must be Tuesday, it must be noon Eastern Standard Time because we're talking about igniting change across America. Barbara, we are so excited. I am so excited today because I tell you, we've been talking about voting, but guess what? It's now here. The time has come. And it's time for our Gen Zs and everybody else with the folks that are out there that are trying to suppress their vote to rise up, overcome these barriers, and get out and get your vote on. The time is now. I'm so excited with regards to the show we have today. It's just going to be a tremendous show.
And we are so excited because we're talking about I'll rise and vote, people. You hear me? I'll rise and vote. We're going to talk about Gen Z and young and millennial Votes Matters leadership training that we just concluded on Saturday of last week. And we're going to talk about the upcoming Jacksonville, Florida voter activation and GOTV concert. Yes, folks, we are on our way. TJC is on its way to Jacksonville, Florida. We'll be on the ground in Jacksonville the latter part of this week and all the weekend. We are urging that you get the word out to everybody you know to join us in Jacksonville on September the 21st at the Lonnie C. Miller Regional Park, where we're going to have an incredible 5 hours of concert and voter registration, voter assistance, voter information, and you're going to find out more about why that's critical. But one thing, Daryl, before we get into the show that I just want everybody to absolutely know, today is National Voter Registration Day. That means this is the day that you must ask everyone you know, all your family members you talk to today, all your friends you talk to today, all your colleagues, are they registered to vote? Have they checked their voter registration recently? If they say no to either one of those, then make a note, people. Your best friends that you got to do, the first thing you got to do with them is immediately pick up the phone, get on your computer, whatever, and the first thing you want to do is make sure that they go to your best friends. Vote411.org. That's the League of Women Voters. Amazing voter lookup and voter registration tool. You can, folks, within minutes, be fully registered. You can also go to vote.org. which is an incredible resource that also will allow you to check your voter registration, will allow you to register, update your voter registration, make sure it's the correct address, all of those good things. Right, Daryl?
Absolutely, Barbara. You know, a lot of people say this is National Voter Registration Day. What I call it, Barbara, is Voter Checkup Day. Check up on your voting status. This is Voter Checkup Day because now is the time to know what your status is before you start trying to go to someplace and vote and start finding out that they've moved your registration or they moved your polling place, they've dropped you from the road. Do your checkup today. Go to vote.org or vote411.org now on this annual checkup day on your voter status, folks. This is the time to do it, Barbara.
And, folks, every day until voter registration stops in your state is National Voter Registration Day. Every single day. Do this every day until your deadlines are met. Be very careful, people. In 15 states, your deadline is as early as October the 6th, October the 7th. So don't be sitting around thinking, oh, well, I'll get around to it. Don't be like those people I always talk to on the hotline who call me, some 20% of the callers, saying, I don't know what to do. I'm here at the poll, and they won't let me vote because I never registered. Folks, get registered now. Do you hear us? Check your voter registration. Let's get into the show because this is a subject that will have us going for quite a while. I am so delighted that we have some amazing guests, first-time guests on Igniting Change. I want to introduce, first of all, Michaela Myers. Michaela, are you with us? Okay. Well, she is scheduled to join. Also, Dr. Kylar Wiltz. Are you with us, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Perfect.
All right, now, thank you for joining our show. We are so amazed and so happy with the leadership that you're bringing. For the past 6 years, everyone, Dr. Kylar Wiltz has been able to pursue his educational aspirations at prestigious graduate and professional institutions that bear footprints in various corners of the United States, having earned a Doctor of Medicine, a Master's of Business Administration degrees from Howard University, along with a Master's of Public Administration, Master of Public Policy degree from Eastern Illinois University. Yes, he's one of those amazing achievers, folks. He is a really amazing person. Daryl and I had the joy of working with him. He was part of our Gen Z and Young Millennial voting rights matters training. It was just amazing to work with this new leader. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us at the show today. We also have with us another amazing young person who we met at the training, and that's Mr. Adam Green. Hey, Adam, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Can y'all hear me fine?
Oh, yes. Adam, thank you so much for this inaugural maiden voyage with the Transformative Justice Coalition's Igniting Change radio show. You are a student at Lincoln University of Pennsylvania, where you are majoring in anthropology. You have done voter registration, worked as a poll worker, worked with local Democratic groups that register people to vote on school campus. You are just an amazing force. It was our pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for joining today's show. We also have with us
Barbara, before you go to the next person, Barbara, eventually the way that we're going, I think that all of Lincoln University is going to be a TJC alumni. My goodness.
LU is
create leaders.
It's true, folks. We have trained so many amazing young people from Lincoln University, and they are just outstanding. We love them. I also want to introduce an incomparable guru when it comes to media relations, and I am talking about none other than the absolutely amazing Gwen McKinney. She is the creator and campaign director for Unerased Black Women Speak. She was a trainer at the September 2024 Transformative Justice Coalition Gen Z and Young Millennial Votes Matters leadership training. And she actually has created this amazing application called Young, Gifted, and Vote Winning Appearances. Hi, Gwen McKinney. Welcome to Igniting Change. All right. She did not. Gwen, are you there? Okay. She'll be with us. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to our, show today. We're going to kick it off. Daryl, why don't you kick it off? We got so much to talk about, so we got to run this show fast. We got a lot to
absolutely, Barbara. And let's go back to Kylar. And, Kylar, and as well as Michaela and Adam, all three of you, you all had the opportunity to attend the Gen Z training that we just did as part of the Congressional Black Caucus weekend. Doc, what did the training mean to you?
So, I think the biggest thing was actually getting, I spoke about it at the training, but getting into a space with such an amazing group of like-minded individuals to talk about issues that we all genuinely care about. My background in medicine there was definitely much different than everyone else's, but it allowed me to, kind of get into another huge passion of mine in a space where, everything was fair game for discussion, where we could talk about the issues, but also talk about, in some cases, the negative feelings that we have with, kind of battling the uphill fight that it is to, provide and to help people have full access to their voter rights and their voter privileges, to talk about the different disparities and systemic issues that we face every single day, and ultimately how it affects us on a personal level with our families, within our workplaces, and just, again, in our overall journeys. And I genuinely really, really needed this. And thank you to TJC and the amazing team for the opportunity.
And, Adam, coming out of Lincoln, I'm sure that you heard and probably spoke to several folks from Lincoln about, what this TJC training was going to be like. What did you hear coming in, and did it meet your expectations?
So the funny thing actually is they wanted to keep me in the dark about it. They intentionally left out some information so I go in kind of green. There were really no expectations, and I really thought it was just going to be like a voter registration training, but I got so much more out of it. And it was such a great experience. I mean, he hit the nail on the head. It was such a great experience to be around so many like-minded people, but it was also really great to really understand where we're at as a country, and seeing that we came so far and we have a little bit that we have to go. But we're still not there yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And, Adam, there was one segment where we went deep into Project 2025. Did you know much about Project 2025 coming into the training, and did you receive anything out of that part of the training?
Yeah. So initially, who let me know about Project 2025 is my slightly voter apathetic friend, and he was like, "Adam, you're really into politics. You need to read this." So I read some pages about it, and what I really focused on was the kind of the deletion of checks and balances for the executive branch. But we did go into a lot more of the more discriminatory parts of it that I wasn't fully aware of. Because I hadn't read those sections or anything. So what we talked about in the actual training in the room was, a lot of economic factors like the privatization of a lot of public goods right now. And I mean, quite frankly, my personal opinion, I think that's ridiculous because a lot of people the middle class is being so thoroughly destroyed, I think, at the moment. So the fact that these are, happening and some people are kind of enthusiastic about it, I think is ridiculous. But yeah, no, I did know a little bit about it coming in, but I learned a lot more than I was really expecting.
Mm-hmm. And, Doc, there were a couple of surprises that were thrown into the training that was not on the itinerary, on the agenda. Like you guys had the opportunity to